This is Popcorn Posse. My name is Danny Craig. I'll be your host. I have these two gentlemen here with me. We'll call him JV. And you all know Paul Mayberry.
I know Paul Mayberry.
No? Don't know
Yes,
him? Yes.
absolutely.
So listen, we were downstairs talking.
There we were.
Y'all were giving me a scoop on a male's perspective regarding men, women, how women don't listen.
hmm
We don't hear y'all.
Absolutely not.
Say more about that, Paul.
Yeah, so I think, like, in particular, what we were talking about were kind of red flags that people show, right? Where we said people only going to be able to show you their representative for so long, and then they're going to go back to their natural being and everything. And that's where the red flags kind of kick up in that representative part. But when they're in their natural mode, that's when it's like, man, he told me that was who he was, but I ain't believe it. I wanted to go for the shiny penny part of him anyway, right? Like, I ain't saying dudes are out here not messing women over or nothing like that. I'm not saying that at all, because it's some crummy living dudes out
People.
here. And you know who you are.
I'm going to say women too.
And women too. I'm only speaking on the men right now, but women too. It's
women
some
out here that are
toxic, crummy living women out here. Let me tell
they make
you
us
some
look
stories.
Bad. Jesus help.
But man, when we are sitting here talking face to face, me and a woman, and she is giving me all of the things that she's looking for in a man, and I present all those things back, right? Where I'm saying, I'm financially stable for the most part. I got my education. I got a decent job. I've raised my kids. I'm cute than a mom. Just playing, but thank you, Danny. But then when I say, but I'm still not ready to move into a relationship, right? Like, I'm out of a 20 plus year marriage and I'm living by myself for the first time as an adult, hell, as a person, really, because as a kid, I lived with my family. And I'm trying to find my footing and figure out what that even looks like. But this woman that I've run into or whatever, she may already have been in that place for a while, and now she's ready. She's either divorced for a while now or never even been married and ready to move into marriage and things like that. Like, I feel like it's one of those cartoons where the coyote see like the big old turkey in his head and he chasing after it and everything. And no matter what the man says, hey, I'm not ready, or I'm not trying to do that. I'm not trying to settle down right now.
Full court press.
Full court press, and that's all that she could see as that end point, right? So the red flags then pop into like, man, he told me he wasn't ready. That's why he don't be answering my calls all the time, or I want to go out to eat or whatever, and he don't want to go out to eat, and he just want to sit home by himself, or he must got someone else or whatever.
Are those red flags though?
Nah.
Or is that more of a conversation that needs to be had? Like a real serious conversation. Like, look, I enjoy our space, but remember at the beginning of this when I said to you, here's where I am in life?
Mm-hmm.
But you're saying even when you have those conversations,
see, I think
she's not listening.
I think they stay red flags because we're not always brave enough to have those conversations. Hell, and when we have them, we're not always honest enough to have those conversations, right? Like, they remain flags because we don't really approach them right, or we don't receive them right when they're given to us and everything. So it sticks back there in the back of our mind as a thing, but we don't ran straight over the speed bumps past it to where it don't really become a thing until now some feelings are hurt or something like that.
Well, I mean, when it comes to those type of situations, a lot of folks feel like they are hard conversations, right?
Mm-hmm.
So honesty becomes hard conversations in any type of relationship, whereas silence becomes the ease of, connection.
Yeah, but who wants to live like that?
I didn't know. I'm not saying people want to live like that. I'm saying people live like that.
Yeah.
Why are we doing that?
Yeah.
Well, look at the masses and tell me. We were just talking about mask people perpetrating. Like, why can't people show up as their authentic self?
And
So tell me why
that's
people.
When it came back.
Tell me why people do those things. Why do people show up in? Why do you have to get past the honeymoon stage of any relationship between whoever you're
to be real, to be authentically who you are,
to be authentically involved and connected. Why do you have to get past a honeymoon stage, right? Because, okay, Atlanta, as pretentious of a city as you can find.
Extremely.
Okay, whether you are a woman looking for the top 1% of men, that means a man over a certain height, making a certain amount of money, doing X. Or you a man looking for a woman who still, can rock an evening gown, but can go to the sports bar with you, be your lady while y'all out. Then she could be your freak when you get home. Those things don't always mold into a relationship. Those things aren't necessarily the relationship. The relationship at the core of it is going to be that individual man and that individual woman. And how long and how many times, Paul, JV, Danny, have you been with somebody and you got 3 or 4 months down the road and it's turned into, oh, I don't like this motherfucker. Right?
Yeah, real person don't
I
show
thought
up.
that this was who you were, and that ends up not being how they are. Not who they are, but how they are. So, I mean, I think downstairs we were just kind of bringing full circle. I don't want you to forget your thoughts. So tell me if you need to jump in here with that.
I think too with that, Danny, like, and JV, with initially meeting a person, man, I know from a personal standpoint with me, like, I'm going to try to show up as authentic as I can every single day. I think the Paul Mayberry that you know is the Paul Mayberry that you know is the Paul Mayberry that people who may watch this and know me know, right? But I have to trust you at certain levels to give you full authenticity, to give you full Paul Mayberry, right? Because
everybody don't need to know all.
Your boy like to sit at home on a Saturday when somebody think I'm out or something. I'm watching Dallas, man. I'm learning from JR and Bobby Ewing, right? Like, or your boy might be just chilling on a Thursday night.
Falcon Chris right here. Knots Landing.
Hey, man, I pulled up Knots Landing last week, bro, with JR's son. I mean, brother on that, man.
Tell me you almost 50 without telling me
when
you
I was
almost
younger,
50.
my folks used to watch it. I ain't know what the hell they were talking about. Now I understand JR a whole lot better, man. And he's a slime ball, but he's my guy. But for real, man, like, I have to trust you at a certain level to be able to release full authenticity.
Show you another layer.
Because once I do that, I'm vulnerable to you. You're able to hurt me in ways that regular people can't hurt me at that point. I've given you my trust and really have placed what I feel like myself into your hands. And you could throw it wherever you want to throw it at that point. You could throw it back at me. You could throw it in trash, or you could hold it as tight as I hold it, right? So you're going to get authentic me, but you may not understand that your boy, even though I don't drink or whatever, I like to hang out a little bit. I like to get out and see what's out here and everything. And I don't know how deep we about to go on this conversation. I don't know what Rodney could do with the edits, but I like to have a little fun, right? And so you can't get all of that until I'm trusting that you are going to protect it the way that I protect it, right? For me, in terms of meeting women and trying to negotiate that space and figure out what our relationship going to look like. Is it going to look like committed relationship? Is it going to look like friendship or whatever that span is going to be? Like, in that place, I'm doing the double dutch. Am I going to release full authenticity, or am I going to hold back because I don't think this person could take it, right? But then there's also a time crunch on that too, because I can't hold back, and we're building a relationship or friendship. I can't hold it back but so long, because I'm going to be me in a minute.
And it's going to come out.
Yeah. You're going to find I got a massage table in my house. I like to employ that mofo, right? So the authenticity is going to come out at some point. And it's just like this delicate balance in there of when do I give it up?
I think even for me, because I'm still dating, but I think for me, it's more, do I feel safe? Can I trust you with me? I don't know if I can trust you with me.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to determine if I feel safe with you.
Mm-hmm.
If I don't feel safe with you, then you're only going to get what I allow you to have, which is still going to be me, just not all of me.
So I
Then
think
we
you
have
guys
to,
are saying the same thing.
yeah, we
though.
have to figure
We
out
are.
how to navigate that off ramp
Mhm.
then, right? Like, okay, we're gonna be friends. I'm friend zoning
Yeah.
you, blah blah blah. If that's what the conversation is, right? And then stand there. You know, like we friend zone. I ain't gonna be over here trying to violate the friend zone. I ain't trying to upgrade into the other zone. And I understand we in the friend zone. Or yeah, we moved on over into the forbidden zone. And I'm gonna trust we in the forbidden zone. I'm gonna treat it right and everything like that. And you got to treat it right too. When you don't treat it right, then like, oh man, we done messed up. We
blew it.
can't even
Now
be friends.
now we can't even be friends.
Well, speaking as the only married person on this panel, I mean, so from a dating, getting to know each other perspective, it really continues into the whole marriage perspective. Because you would think that you know somebody or you understand all those things, but you don't know how long it's going to take for you to get those different aspects of a person and how they handle adversity, life incidences, and family circumstances, and professional instances that happen while they might be in a professional world. How they,
Perimenopause.
yeah, I mean,
Hello.
so you catch somebody
That's
before
a real thing.
before menopause,
Yes.
and then they're going through that, and so you have to you never stop learning. I don't know if your grandparents ever stopped really learning each other. They probably
No,
learned that granddad had one or two more families, but they never stopped really. You never stop learning a person because true to nature, like you're not the same person you are when you're 30 that you were when you were 20. Vice versa when you're 40. Vice versa when you're 50. You as a person continue to, go through the evolution of yourself, right?
Yeah.
And then another person, you're learning yourself through your entire life, and then you have another person who's doing the same
And
thing
you're
while also
do
trying to
life
understand,
with you. Yeah.
right? So when you get to that point, you just have to be amenable to change. But what a lot of us aren't, or what a lot of us are staunch in our beliefs. So when we believe something, so we believe a woman is supposed to be cooking 3 meals a day,
Why not?
raising kids,
You said why
Why
not?
not?
washing clothes, so forth and so on, then that's our belief corridor as a man, right? If that's your beliefs. If a woman believes that she shouldn't work, or if she do, then she does whatever she wants to with her money. The man should be going out and providing security financially. If that's her value system, then you have to be okay with that as a man, right? And you
But
can't
you should know that going in.
not going in, not going in,
What
because
do you mean?
because you have some women and some men who might come into that and present that that's not who they are, right? We just talked about masks.
We did, and we
We-
said that masks should not be.
We can't talk about what should not be. We talking about what is,
Well,
and
But
what
you
happens.
definitely have to know that before marriage.
No,
yes.
but not just. But that's a dramatic piece of a person, right? So once you get to marriage, and if you feel that either one of those things are your deal, right? A man or a woman. Let's say a man or a woman. That woman has to be okay with that being the expectation placed on her from that man. If you start there in marriage, do you not have to continue that? But what if the woman doesn't want to continue that? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the evolution. That's what I'm talking about. The evolution of people. You can be that in your 30s, but do you want to be that in your 40s? And so that's a pretty dramatic situation, but we have so many smaller, nuanced situations that happen within us within 2 or 3 to 5 years in our changes that, as people, we got to start trying to direct.
Okay, so let's dig into that just a little bit more, right?
Yeah, let's dig into it.
Yeah. So, in your example, y'all start off in a marriage. You've got these roles. As you're growing and you're changing, he's growing and y'all are changing. Then scenario changes. She wants a different thing. She now says, "You know what? I really would like to start a podcast."
The audacity.
I don't want to have to work for real for electricity to help you with the mortgage. Babe, you got it. You're saying that at that juncture, what needs to happen?
Well, where were they? Was she a stay-at-home mom? Was he providing all the financial security anyway?
No, they were working.
They were 50-50?
50-50. Nothing is ever 50-50, is it?
It could be. Who said 50 has to be financial?
Yeah, 100.
Well, I don't know. It's hard
Be
to add that up.
Well, I
100%,
think the roles.
100%.
I think the roles in the marriages can change because people, in theory, are gonna grow and evolve and change, right? And so, a woman or a man at 30 probably is not the same thinker that they are at 40 or 42 or whatever.
They should not be.
Where we kind of get it wrong and everything is we don't present the honest value of that. We don't say truthfully, hey, hubby, hey, wife, hey, this is what I want to do, and this is why. And then we have to find a way to receive it in a non-threatening manner, right? Like something that I always marvel about, and we're talking about how old I am watching Dallas and stuff. Like, yeah, we might find out granddaddy might have another family somewhere or something like that. They might have found that out back in the day, but they weren't getting divorces. They weren't, whatever the reason.
They just had separate bedrooms.
Whatever the reasons.
Sometimes.
Whatever the reasons. Sometimes.
Maybe.
Sometimes.
Yes, they did.
Sometimes not. Sometimes there was the understanding of the bigger picture, and that was the end goal. Now, along the ways we've evolved as people, as a society, I want to be happy. I'm only gonna live once, and happiness is my destination, right? And so, man, if the person I married at 25 is not
Making you happy.
I won't say making me happy, right? But
Contributing
is not contributing to my happiness, right? Because ultimately I feel like I'm responsible for my happiness. But if the person I'm with, I just give an example. Love the Georgia Bulldogs. If the person I'm with is a Florida Gator fan, like, man, now we ain't finna be able to get along no more. You know what I'm saying? I think that's extreme or whatever, but seriously, if I like sporting events, I like going to concerts and stuff, and this person don't like it at all. And now I have to go by myself and do things by myself.
Yeah, but we also talked about downstairs how you can't be everything to your person. You shouldn't have to be all of what you need in life to make your life joyful.
True.
You can't be everything to your person. You cannot be their best friend. You cannot be their lover. You cannot. You
can, and you should be their lover.
Well, you know what I'm saying. Should be their lover.
There are situations where that's a problem.
Hold on, let's dig deeper, Danny. Let's dig deeper.
Okay, I shouldn't have used that example. But what if you don't like art?
Because
it's fine. Find an art friend.
No, I agree
Find
with you to an
extent. That you
to
go
an
to your
extent.
art, your sporting
I agree
events
with you to an extent. But I will say, coming from a marriage where I was a sports guy and my wife was not a sports person, right? Like at some level, because a linchpin for me was going to the University of Florida games in Jacksonville and seeing this couple one year, and they were there together. And then I was with my best friend. We both went to Georgia together. Coming back the next year with my best friend again and seeing the same couple there. And was like, man, that's cool as hell. That's just cool as hell.
Their thing.
That's what their thing was, right? And not that had to be our thing. I couldn't even talk about the best player on Georgia's team. And my spouse know who the hell I was talking about, right? Like there was no part of one of the biggest parts of my life that meant anything to her. And so while we were able to still make the business of marriage work, the houses, the bills, the taxes, the trips, all the business of marriage was great. The actual day in, day out of it, and for her too, right? Where She liked to do stuff outside, and at that point in time, I wasn't really trying to be outside. It was hot as hell in Texas, and rattlesnakes and scorpions. Like, why you want to be out there, right? And me not understanding that was the value, that was of value to her, and it not meaning anything enough to me for me to even be able to. You want to go to Lowe's and buy some dirt? Go on to Lowe's and get you some dirt. Or you want to go to Lowe's and get some dirt? I drive over there and put these heavy ass bags in the car. Like, that's a whole difference right there of kind of support and we sharing in that. Or, man, Aaron Murray was great in this game. Oh, man, you think he going to go to the NFL? Versus Aaron Murray was great in this game. Oh, man.
Crickets.
Like, there's a whole difference there where you don't have to be my best friend or whatever, but maybe one year come with me to Jacksonville and find something about it that you liked.
And I think there is space for you you're more interested in the pleasure that it brings your spouse versus you not wanting to have anything to do with that activity.
Mm-hmm. I'm always interested in the pleasure of my spouse. That's my camera. I'm looking in that one. Okay.
Like because if I know that you like that, I want to know a little something about it because I care about you. And if you care about it, then I care about it a little enough so that I can at least engage with you regarding it. It shouldn't be totally ignored.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm kind of a little bit different.
Okay.
I'm a little bit different because if something is my thing, right, and the person that I'm with doesn't engage or they don't find it enjoyable, like a sporting event or a concert, then I'm cool with you not being there because I don't want
you gonna mess it up.
I don't want your energy and me knowing you don't want to go and me feeling the energy that comes from you not want to be there.
That's fair.
Messes up my enjoyment for the thing that I love.
100,000%.
Right?
Yes.
So, but again, that's completely on the other person to provide some reciprocity in the engagement. Because if that's your engagement with me, then don't ask me to do the things that you enjoy that you know I hate. And I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm completely cool with that. But because that don't have to be our space where we connect.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's just how I personally look at it. That doesn't have to be. Now, you can't require me to be and live in your world and you don't want to live in mine.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? So that can't exist. But if we have aspects of life, to your point, where me and Paul, like my wife already know. Georgia playing at home, and it's a big guy. Georgia playing anywhere. I might be gone from Friday to Monday. You know what I mean?
Fair enough.
It's just and that ain't her deal, and I don't even expect for it to be. So she already knows that JV is gonna be gone.
But what if she said, babe, I'm gonna go to the game with you this week?
She would have to, and she had to tell me early because she know I'm making plans. But she could go. She could go. But
don't bring that energy.
Yeah, don't bring the energy of, like, okay, a better example is, because both me and her went to Georgia, but a better example is our taste in music.
Okay, this is great. Okay.
Right? So I'm a hip hop trap music,
okay.
I'm a southern playalistic Cadillac funky music cat. Right? Okay. I'm a lay it down cat.
We mad at Andre right now.
Yeah, we
ain't
fooling with Andre. No, don't do that.
That's a whole nother episode, but we mad at Andre right now.
For everybody out there, we ain't feeling him. But I'm a Jeezy, I'm a T.I. cat. You know what I mean? And, my wife, she like the OJs, and she like Lionel Richie.
Yeah.
And, and I'm like, hey, look, I ain't got no, Uncle Charlie. And I'm cool on
Jeffrey Osborne.
Sure.
Can you woo?
Okay.
But our taste in music drives our enthusiasm about a concert, right? Because if I see Jeezy in an orchestra concert, I'm all up in there, right? I'm standing in line for them tickets. I'm showing up. I'm excited about that night. And I don't want nobody around me dragging. Now, I tend to not drag if it's Jeffrey Osborne or whatnot, but I'll tell her ahead of time, I ain't got to go to that one. But if she be like, hey, I want you to go, then I put it on, right? I put that shit on.
Okay.
So, I show up and I understand that my energy also affects the time that you have when you enjoying the things that you love and want to enjoy. But she does not, like, if I would.
You don't feel the effort is reciprocated.
Oh no, because we had to have these conversations. Because I told her, I said, I'm never gonna ask you to do something, and the first thing out of your mouth is, I can't stand that music, right? So guess what? I'm never gonna ask you after that time. I'm just gonna make my plan to go enjoy the things that bring me joy. And if your mate does care enough about you, like you said, and they can provide that reciprocity in the fact that they love you enough to enjoy something or try to enjoy something that they don't necessarily like as much, it just makes you appreciate it that much more. But when you don't, then I personally don't have no problem leaving somebody at the house and going and doing what I like to do. Because I do believe that people should and need to have, that enjoyment away from a person they roll over with every single day of the year. You know what I mean? So that's just my difference. My difference in what the conversation was.
And I think the real true difference, though, JV, is it sounds like y'all had those ground level conversations about that. To where, like with me, I don't know if we ever had them. I just left and went to the game and came back, and it was like,
sounds like
I might have wanted to go.
That's what
it sounds like y'all had the conversation.
No, we just had the conversation.
To where now he can leave and just go, and it's understood why and everything. Like, I don't want that energy.
We might have had an in-depth conversation, or we might have just had a conversation of, hey, listen, I'm not going to not live because you don't like to do those things. That's cool. That's cool with me. I can leave it right there, right? I mean, she might have had some more conversation of, well, blah, blah, blah. I get you, but that's when you're 40, 42, 44, 45, and your mate is around the same age and y'all are having to discuss life and interactions versus the assumption of, the idea of a relationship and marriage downstairs, because a lot of folks have ideas of what marriage and a relationship should be, and you don't discuss it really. You don't discuss those minute things, because people still be married 18 years sometimes and be coming up on new situations, right?
Seriously.
Right? So, and you won't always be able to hash everything out before you get into a marriage, but...
No, but it is important to express your expectations. I think that's where a lot of people go wrong.
Yeah.
Something as small as, all right, baby, if the trash is overflowing, I kind of expect for you to get it. I don't want to have to keep doing it.
He might say something wrong with your hands.
Yeah.
Why
my hand got to get dirty?
He might, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if I communicate that expectation, I would like for you to take care of that, and that's my expectation. Now he knows.
As long as it was
I can't get mad if I've never expressed to him, hey, this is what I would like to have happen.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. And I think it's important, to express those kinds of expectations, roles, beliefs and things like that. Like that's part of the. Remember, I was saying people going over speed bumps with me and trying to zoom into it. Like, that's part of the process right there, where we get to kind of see and say, man, this trash is overflowing, fool. You ain't going to empty your trash can? Like, to me, trash man come on Tuesday. And if my trash overflow on, like, Friday or whatever, I'm trying to just put trash somewhere else until Tuesday. Until Tuesday morning, right? Like, I ain't no pig or nothing like that, but, like... It's like, man, I don't want to use this whole new trash bag yet. Like,
or you might pull out a new trash bag and put it next to the trash can that's full.
Bruh, like it's different reasons for different things that it don't make sense to you, but it make perfect sense to me, right?
Well, can you express those?
I think now I can, right? Having gotten married young, having kids young, and man, 20s is a hell of a time, dog. And you're talking about you're trying to live with someone and you're trying to raise someone's and y'all are trying to figure out still who the hell you are. And I say all the time, right? Like my ex, she raised me. Like she was a year or two older than me, but she taught me so many different things. I hope I taught her some things too, right? But to get to this age now, and look back and say, man, I wish I could have expressed some things then. Maybe, everything still be working out or whatever, because she's a hell of a person. Or to get to this stage now and be like, man, you know how to cook so well or whatever. Man, ex-wife taught me how to cook. Like, just being around her or whatever. Like, things like that happen, and you grow up into those 20 years or so together. And then when you kind of get separated and look into, okay, maybe I'm going to do this again next time or whatever. Now the clarity of what I've been through and what I've seen and what I've had versus
what you want,
what I want, and I can recognize these red flags and live with them now and be like, okay, I know what that means now. And so,
but it might not mean the same thing.
It may not, but a lot of times it do.
Which still warrants a conversation.
Absolutely, everything warrants the conversation now.
Yeah.
And I think the biggest thing is
now
I'm comfortable having it.
Who said in music? Music said, "I'm not to blame for the pain of the previous cat."
That's true. That is true. I heard that lyric the other day, as a matter of fact. Maybe I was listening to the song.
Yeah,
but
don't blame me for what has happened. Sure.
Man,
we are all who we are, and we move how we move because of our experiences, our life experiences.
True.
Agree.
Okay.
I say
and
we
some
are
of that
a
is
collection
protection.
of the experiences.
Yes, absolutely.
That's
So
all
we
are.
protect ourselves a lot because of the things that we've experienced.
Well, y'all didn't think we could do 15 minutes. We almost at 30 minutes, so I'm gonna kind of.
I gotta work. I told you I needed to work,
but we gotta have.
She didn't want to work. She didn't want to do no work.
Listen, I think
eating a big bowl of chili. She didn't want to do no work.
I thank y'all for joining
the But
before
we go,
Posse.
I need to ask JV one question, man.
What up?
If you, the
What
Southern Playalistic Cadillac Funky Music Cat and T.I. and all these guys things, and the spouses, Jeffrey Osborne and Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes, what the hell y'all listen to on the road trip?
Ooh.
Whoever's driving is listening to their music.
Whoever's driving. I love that.
Those are the rules.
So pretty much we listen to trap music.
Gentlemen, thank you. I love it.
I love that.